going on, everybody? Welcome to the Life Jacket Podcast, where we talk about topics help you through the ways of life. Before we dive in, please make sure you like, subscribe, comment. We're available on all of our platforms. So if you don't know me, my name's AJ.
And I'm blessed.
And we have our guests we'll introduce in one moment. But before we get started, we always start for the win of the week. So for my win of the week, I passed my PMP. So that was exciting. Really big project management exam. Took me a couple months to really study. So I passed that and looking for a raise at my job.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Stop playing with me. So how about you?
My one of the week, went on vacation with my mom. We went to Italy, Rome, Vatican, like 9 different cities and stuff. So that was definitely a nice experience being on the other side of the world. And then we have Derrick.
Yes, sir.
What's up, man?
Going
How's
on,
it going?
man?
What's going on? Thank y'all for having me, man. For real, it's an honor
Absolutely.
to be here.
Absolutely.
Yeah, my win of the week, honestly, it might be small, but actually just starting my podcast up again. Like I haven't really done it in a year and a half. I'll speak on that like on my own, but it's just like that was a win for me because like something I like to do, and then like AJ, you reach out to me and bless, like I'm like, yo, y'all. It was good. It was good to get the pen working and whatever Drake said,
Yeah.
Back at it, yeah.
And I commend you, bro, man. It's a marathon, not a sprint. And
Yeah.
I'm really glad you decided to pick that up and keep going. So
Yeah.
for the viewers who don't know Derrick, let them give us a little bio about you. What you want the viewers to know about you?
Yeah, I'm Derrick, from Wilmington, Delaware, there right now. But here my podcast is Take 5 Podcast. I really like, if y'all don't mind, just a little,
go for it.
you know what I'm saying? Like it's just the Take 5 is like I did it for a break. So it's like when I started listening to podcasts, like I was like, this is nice, but like some be like 2 hours long. And I'm like, I can't do that. So it's like I don't want it 5 minutes, but I also don't want it like 2 hours. So it's like Take 5 Podcast, and so I was like, all right, let me just do this, and then it just stuck, and just went with it. So just dolo. I just do it myself. I have some guests or whatnot. Definitely now reciprocate the energy,
Hey.
have y'all slide,
Hey.
But yeah, that's what we doing.
Reciprocate. That's one thing about Derrick, man. You got reciprocate energy, man.
Oh, for sure. I just, people that show love, I got to show love back.
Yeah,
Like,
facts.
it's just only right. That's what I was taught,
Great. No, so on our podcast, we always, our thing is, the life jacket and ways of life that people go through. So, if you don't mind sharing, what's like a wave or something you went through in your life that made you to the man that you are, that changed your life or made you go a certain direction? Like, what was that wave that really impacted your life?
Yeah, I would pretty much say like my family, just instilling everything in me, like, genuine. I'm a genuine person, and most people can see that. And like I said, one thing is reciprocated energy. Like it's just because it's like what I like to do, what I want to do, and just treat people right. But I think that made me the person I am today is like, I guess my family too, but like I'm very competitive. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't like losing, but that also like helped me be determined and resilient. So like that resiliency that helped me like achieve. And I forgot, someone had told me like you always gotta distinct and differentiate yourself. There's like the good and the great. Like everybody can be good, but not many people are great. So I always want to take that next step, that next level in whatever I do. So I think that was the main thing for real.
So when you talk about competitiveness, is it kind of like a Michael Jordan competitiveness where you got to psych yourself up to like remember the documentary? Like he was
Yeah.
so competitive, like he would psych himself up to like really go crazy
Yeah.
on the court. Or is your competitiveness
Yeah.
more of like, I just don't like to lose, like I just gotta win?
I guess it depends on the situation. Like, it can go with anything, like sports. Like, yeah, I would say like the Kobe, the Mamba mentality, Michael Jordan. But like, if it comes like my career, it's not that I don't want to lose, but like, I want to make myself valuable. I don't want to be just another number, another employee. Like, I'm bringing something to the table, so where like, if you let me go, you're gonna need me more than like I would need you, especially if I gain all the skills that I need. You know what I'm saying? So like, I always want to make myself like just not a number, like not just somebody like they can just like, all right, whatever. Or if I meet somebody, they'd be like, oh, but what can I do? Like, how can I make a difference? Like, what is one thing you can remember me by? You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
first met you, so it's like, all right, like, like we'll kick it, whatever. But like, yo, you be like, oh, he cool, like, you know what I'm saying? Like something like that. So I think that's pretty much mentality. It differs. Yeah, I'm trying to think what else. I think that's the main thing for real.
That's the main thing.
Yeah.
You got anything?
That's what's up. So, like, has there been a time, because you like to win, but has there been a time that you failed and then,
Yeah, of course, yeah.
like, came back from that?
Yeah, multiple times. Dang, I'm trying to think of one. I mean, that's not like sports related. I would say that's a good one. That's a good one. I'm trying to think of something very relatable. I guess like even with like exams and stuff, like you said, like you did your PMP, like that's some exams are tough. Like I'm in tech, so I've done like AWS and other things like that. And I probably failed once. Maybe I had to alter my study habits and whatnot. And also like you get your certification and you level up. So I would say that. And then like of course sports like you will lose and whatnot. You may not make a team or something, but you gotta work on your skill and come back stronger. But yeah, that's the yeah.
What do you
That's right
feel
there.
like has been like your biggest failure, if you don't mind sharing?
Damn. I hit me with the heart with the questions though. Word.
Yeah, man.
Yo, my biggest failure. I'm trying to think post like hmm.
It could be any. It could be childhood, high school,
Yeah.
adult. It could be anything that you feel comfortable sharing.
Yeah, nah, I'm trying to think. Like college really was like a lot of my failures. Like I had to change my major.
Mm-hmm.
Had to go a different route. Um, so I mean, just saying off that, like, yeah, I was like a computer engineering. Then I had to go like computer science. But if like you have to take like less classes, less credits and whatnot. And there's Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Science. And like I'm not gonna lie, like I went to University of Delaware, and I had to take this class called Discrete Math. I took it 3-4 times, like not even joking, like 3-4 times. I never had a math class. I ain't had no numbers, so I'm like, hey, yo, what's going on? And then like I took it like 3-4 times, and I finally like that was my biggest failure because like I had to do an extra year, and in my mind, like I paid my parents helped me. Don't get me wrong, but like most stuff is like loans. I got to take that stuff out. I'm like, dang, 5 years, like all my friends graduating. I'm like, damn, I'm sitting back like, all right, it's not it. So I would say that's probably my biggest failure that I felt that I failed, even though it was like a step back, but it wasn't really a failure. But in that time, it's like exerting more money, more energy, more time. Um, and it's not cheap, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
So I would say like that, like just having to do an extra year. But I feel like it elevated me, it got me ready. Just to continue pretty much how I bounced back, like what you were saying, Bless, like uh I had an internship, so I had a job right out of college. All I had to do was graduate.
Yeah.
Then they sent me off to Houston. So I was in Houston for 3.5 years.
We're gonna talk about
And then-
that too. That's my next question.
Yeah, in the city of Houston, working for JP as a software engineer. So it was like I had all that set for me. I just had to, graduate, get the diploma and everything. And so I felt like it was a setback, but also launched me forward, especially like I think I moved at like 23 by myself. So yeah.
So to go off that, can you tell? Because a lot of people, fresh out of college, are moving to different cities, moving far away from their family. So can you talk about that process, moving from Delaware to Houston by yourself? Like, give us a little roadmap of what that was like, the ups and downs. Were you homesick? Was it hard to meet people? Like, kind of what was that transition like?
Yeah. I think moving like that's when I first realized like to grow myself. My parents helped me, like we looked for an apartment and whatnot, but obviously they had to come back here. So, at first it was tough because I didn't know anybody. You gave me my card number, so we was going with there, but that's all I had to start with. I had to like learn new interests, new hobbies, put myself out there, which I'm pretty personable, so it's cool, but it's different. And we in the South, right? So it's like they talk different, they move different, like they act different. So it's like, all right, I had to adjust. But I think it taught me a sense of like urgency, pretty much like priority, and everything, like to become a man, like going in a young man and leaving as like confident as I am, knowing how to maneuver. And Houston's a pretty popular city, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like you really gotta be out there in a sense, but stay in your own lane, stay in your own way. So my advice is don't be afraid to put yourself out there, but also be intentional what you do. After a while, like if you're going out there for a job, like it's cool, but you gotta realize what are you here for? What are your goals? Especially by yourself. I had nobody to fall back, so what I'm saying, if I lose that job or anything, like what I'm gonna do? I want to try to carry myself all the way back, like back home. So it's like you got to make it work. And that's what I did.
I went to visit Derrick twice. Houston, a wild place.
Houston,
I mean, they party Monday to Sunday.
Yeah,
I was
literally do
like,
not leave on a Sunday. They say don't leave on a Sunday.
I can't wait to get home. Like, 'cause we were just going, but it's a good time. But I do think Houston's one of them cities. like you said, you gotta have self-discipline. You'll get lost
Oh yeah.
in the sauce. And Houston is
Yeah, I would say like my first year, 3.5. My first year, I was out. Like I had to go in office too, so I was out like Tuesday. When they have a deal, right? So it's like, oh, pop up, like you want some wings, 50 cent. You know what I'm saying? The dime. I'm like, I'm outside. I might as well. Man, I'm telling you, like it catch up quick, and your pocket's gonna hurt. So it's like I had to calm that down. I'm like, I had to get myself focused, straight, and then after a while, I think I did what I wanted to do out there. Partying was cool, but like just start my podcast out there, and then met some people that I felt like, had to be like-minded, but also what can I learn from? Who can I learn from? And what to do? So like that also helped me, although I left, like I said, I left in a better place than I came. So yeah.
Do you think you would move again to another city at this age or nah?
Yeah, I'll move. I'm not going back to Houston. But I think I'll move. Yeah. Yeah.
You're reminiscing. Like,
I'm just saying, like, you ever been?
Nah.
Yo. And I'm a hype beast, so I'm on TikTok looking at everything. I want to go to Breakfast Club.
The food.
I want to go to all the food places. I want to go to camp. I want to go to all the popular places. He took me, so I'm like, a straight tourist for sure.
Took you around the city, man. It's time we come. The sun coming up. We outside, like, yo, back to the crib, get up, do brunch, do it all over again. It was a different time, man. But it was good times for sure. But there's also a lot of like successful black people out there. Like you put yourself in like connection with a lot of people, like a lot of entrepreneurs out there that's doing well. Like that also helped motivate me. Like I seen people put up in Lambos. Like there's some like local celebrities that just act like normal people. Like they're not too flashy. Other people own clubs. Like it's just like, oh, like if they can do that, why can't I? Like what in my lane can I do to be successful? Can I get your number, your contact? Can we, can I get some advice from you? And I think that helped a lot too.
Do you feel like your podcast you started in Houston, do you think you started that because, like, and I might have missed this, what was your reason for starting the podcast in Houston? Or did you kind of start it prior to moving?
Nah, I just, if I'm being honest, like, it all started because I was in office. And, I was cold, so we didn't do much interacting. Like, we might, but not much. So I listened to music, then I got tired of it. So I'm like, I'm gonna get started in the podcast. Listen to a few. Then I was like, this is cool, like hearing people's opinion and like, I looked up how to start one, what can I do, how for it to be successful and everything. But I didn't start prior to Houston. It was in Houston. I think it was just the timing. It was like, all right, why not now? So that's one thing about me, like why not now? So that's what I did. Yeah. But just trying to move forward with it, I think moving and everything kind of delayed it, and other reasons too that I said, but just started in Houston just to do it.
So you said you're about to start up again?
Yeah, so I just recorded my pretty much my first episode in a year and a half, like last week. With politics and everything going this week, I was like, I don't know if this is the right time to release it. So I was like, I'm gonna wait till next week. I'm actually going back to Houston next week for Afrotech, but I'm gonna try to just do it there.
That's a good Afrotech. I heard it's a great time.
I've never been there.
You better bring your mic and microphone. Be out there like
that's what I'm saying.
Post up.
But cool. Bless. It was just just started up again and try to be more consistent. That's my thing. I never it's good that y'all have each other. I didn't have like someone to help keep me accountable. I mean, I did, but like I didn't have like a co-host or anybody to be like, yo, we gotta do it. It's people like you should, but it's not like it's okay if I don't. Then what's gonna happen? It's like so. I'm trying to be more consistent. Get a place and just get going with it.
Yeah, I think consistency for me and Bless, like something that when we started, as you get ready to bring yours back up, like we literally we made a Google Doc. We made 50 episodes, and we said we're gonna have these episodes, and we're gonna have this amount of guests, and we kind of mapped it up as best as we could.
I got a question though. Y'all gonna. We could talk about it off, but like, how y'all come up with like y'all topics and stuff? Like y'all look anywhere?
So me and Bless
How did we start it off?
I would say we made a Google Doc.
Yeah.
And me and Bless are like, all right, let's just write things we want to talk about. So we just wrote it in the Google Doc, and then literally we did that, and then so for me, I do life coaching, so I work with like people who primarily middle school, high school, who deal with like even adults, low self-esteem, low self-confidence.
Yeah.
So those are my topics came from. And then Bless is really into fitness into lifestyle. So he would bring up his topics, and then we were like, who's some guests you might want to put on here? So like we just brainstormed a couple guests, and then we thought of the name. We both like to help people. So then the life jacket came up. You know, a life jacket when you're drowning. You put the
See,
life
man,
jacket
I'm mad. But I'm trying with a life jacket, dog. I'm like, this podcast name, like for y'all brand and what y'all stand for. I say this is genius. Like, I wanted to tell you, I'm like, this is amazing. I follow y'all. I'm like, I see y'all clips. I'm like, dang, this is fire. So I thought I'd come in here and get a life jacket, but here we go.
I know. Listen, we got a secret episode where we're gonna get people life jackets. This is in the works.
Yeah.
So we gonna make sure we get you your life jacket. And man, it's just more of like for us, it was just our why, like understanding your why is what really for us keeps us going, and for different episodes and different topics. Because I mean, I just know like people that really need to hear this stuff, that want to hear different topics, over different topics. So then sometimes I have to really be like, yeah, we start the podcast, then it's like, no, like we're in it, like we're like really doing. We're like what, like 14, 50 episodes in, like we've really we did it. I think it's just doing it. Like you already did it. So it's just like, took a little break. That's cool. But now you about to step back into it.
Yeah, my biggest thing is you got to come up with like topics. You know what I'm saying? I got to come up with topics. I think I got to reevaluate a lot of my stuff. Like I said, be intentional. So my audience, what I want to talk about. But I try to keep it lighthearted and different topics. But I don't know. Like I said, it's harder than most people think, I guess. Maybe it's just me. It's like, everybody trying to rap and make it and whatnot, or make it, you know what I'm saying?
Over the podcast. No, for real. It's like
podcast game like blew up, especially like COVID time, bro. I'm like, dang, everybody in this joint.
And even for us, like we were, because we're more in the self-help space, and I was like, I don't see a lot of people in this space.
Yeah.
Let's kind of dive into this. Like, for example, dating podcasts are over there. No shade if you got dating podcasts. But I'm tired of like the dating red pill. Like, I thought there's enough of those. They don't need another one.
Yeah.
They don't need another one. So I'm like, let's dive into something that like, we're a little bit more intentional about, passionate about, and that, could really help some people. So
y'all doing your thing though. I just want to say that. That's what's up.
You.
You got any questions for Derrick?
So did you have, because you said 5 times you took that math class?
Yeah. It was like 3 or 4 or 5, a little excessive.
All right.
And you said this math class has no math.
It's not really numbers, man.
Yeah, like I was, like, he said it real quick. I was like, hold on,
that back.
You might have like maybe one numerical value in an equation. And took it with my OB, like Vic, we took it. He a math major, so I ain't gonna lie, he helped me get through. And that's probably why I got through. I'm like, yo, bro, you gotta study. Like, we did over winter too. I did a winter session. I'm like, this is a class I can't take a full load because it took so much of my time. And it was tough. It was tough, man. It was tough. He said at points it was tough for him. I'm like, dang, tough for you. Imagine me, bro. You the math major. I'm out here like, yo, I'm just trying to make it through. I'm trying to graduate.
But I thought your competitiveness, that's where it's like, yo, I'm gonna pass this class.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna pass this class. I don't care what's going on. I'm gonna really do this.
I was too far along. Like, once you get junior year, that's it. You know what I'm saying? Because you go switch a major, you might step back a little bit. Like, nah, I was too far. I'm like, nah, it's no other option.
Yeah.
And sometimes when I had that mindset, I just go. It's like, yo, I gotta do it. No other option. This is what I do. And like, that's usually what I tell people.
There's a lot of people though who will drop out off a class or off a major. Like, I'm not going back. Like, I know someone, and he cool with him. Like, he has 6 credits left, and because he kept failing the class, and will not go back. He's like, he just does his own thing. So no, like, kudos, man. Like, regardless how many times you take it, like, a lot of people, they give up. That's where that resiliency competitive can be like, yo, like, I'm gonna see this through. Like, I don't give a damn what's going on. I gotta pass this class.
Yeah. Like, and again, like I said, I had other ulterior motives, like my family, like, to be honest, my mom's side, like on like her media, like, I'm the first one to graduate. To be honest, like, I'm the first one to graduate college. My dad, he was the first one in his family, but like, I'm trying to take a step further. Like, love my pops, but I'm like, yo, I gotta do better. And I want that for my brother. Like, yo, he about to get his master's better than me because I'm done with school. But it's like, yo, you gotta keep going. So like, making that difference and seeing like how I can help elevate the fan and whatnot, and people around me, and just see like, how life can go. I just feel like I like to be a jack of all trades. I don't like not knowing something.
Yeah.
So even if I forget it, at least like, oh, like I've heard it, but I know it. Like, I love the knowledge, and everything. I think that's what also helps take me to where I need to go.
Do you think that like developed over time, or was just kind of like natural intuition to be like, competitive, need to know, like?
I would say competitive was probably just like from a young age. Sometimes I didn't even know what I was doing. I just didn't like losing. Like I was like, you know what, like this don't feel right. Like you got to get back. But I guess like being more intentional, it happened more so like high school. I would say develop. So it did develop into high school, then into college. Like it's so many people in school. Even though I went to PWI, I saw a lot of people even in the Black community. So it's like. Yo, you gotta achieve. Like AJ said, like there's so many people that like drop out or don't make it or just don't have it in them. So it's like, yo, what's that one thing? Like I said, to separate the good from the great, and you always gotta take that next step. So, yeah, that's what I was saying.
And so, did you play sports?
Not in college. In high school, I did like basketball and track. Yeah, and I just do like recreational, but still,
that might be like kind of like where you got that competitive nature from, right?
Yeah.
So then, like you were able to transition that into like where you are now, like the real world type of thing. So
yeah. Even in my job, like, you know, quick story, won't take too much time. Like at JP Morgan, I was working there, and then in Houston, and like our facility, we didn't have like a scrum master. That's why I am now. That's the role. I'm a scrum master. I was a developer, and then I seen some things, and I was like, you know what, I want to make a difference. They didn't have one, so I couldn't reach out to anybody, but one of my managers, like he was like, he doubled down. He was like, all right, take the class. You know what I'm saying? We'll reimburse you. We, you know, do what you got to do and do it. And I did. And I was like the first one, you know what I'm saying? And try to make a difference. Learning curve for me, but also like no one else had done it. So it was like, yo, now you got it. Like I'm valuable, you know? Like it's small stuff like that. Like what can I do to make a difference? Like it's always loophole. And it's like, you don't always like, the path not going to be straight all the time. So, you know. That's where I am. That's where I'm at now, though. So it's like,
yeah, that's cool. I think one final thing. So you talk about family, like how important is family to you? And you know, we talk about family. You know, not everybody's family's close, especially like Black families. Let's be transparent. You know, but I commend it. You seem like your family's really close. So you know, how big a role did that play, like in your life? Like as you see now, you're just your family being around them.
Yeah, I think it played everything. You know what I'm saying? Like. Short answer, it played everything. Like, you know, they always supported me, pushed me in ways that, like, you know, like crazy thing. Like I was like, when I did my 5th year, I'm like, yo, mom, like I don't want to do this no more. Like to be honest, like I just not for me, blah blah. Like I was in one of those moves, whatever. And she was like, all right, I'll still love you if you bag groceries. I'm like, dang, I don't know how to take that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you support me, but also, that's like, I'm like, like grading me. I'm like, shop right down the street. I'm like, word? I'm like, And she was like, it's cool. I'm like, nah, you ain't gonna see me down. I'm thinking, I'm like, nah, nobody gonna see me down there. Like, nothing wrong with that, though. Don't get me wrong.
No shade. If you bag groceries, you gotta
start somewhere for sure. And if that's what you gotta do, that's what you gotta do. Like, I know a lot of people that do it, but that just wasn't me personally. So I'm like, nah, I know, like, I'm more capable more of, so that's why I did it. But my family, like I said, they're very close to my brother. I try to push him. Like I said, he about to graduate and go to his master's. So he's going to be the first one on both sides to do that. So it's like, you know, we always there for each other. And that's pretty much the epitome of everything for me.
Yeah. Family's definitely important.
Yeah.
Like, because you got that backbone to help you out.
Yeah.
Like same with my family. Like, I went to college and they were like, you should go to college, get good grades, whatever the case may be. But then I was like, man, I don't really want to do this. And then that having that mom talk, man, it's like, no shade to the dads, but that mom talk is
different.
It's different.
Very
different. Versus I'm a kid, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, especially the guy, like boys, like, all right, word, mom's got you. But I'm like, dang, you gonna say that? Like, what's up with you?
Yeah,
you know?
mom gonna hold you down. I'll never forget. I remember when I probated at UD. I didn't know a lot of people. It was real quiet, but yo, my mom held it down on the right side. Everybody was like, "That's your mom." Like, yo, she was holding it down. You think it's like 10 of her? It's that mom, bro. The mom gonna hold you down. It's a different kind of love for sure.
My mom, she from New York, so it's like, so like I probated, and she was first thing she said was like, "Yo, you bald." I'm like, congrats, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, good job. Before, nah, she said, yo, they call your hair. I'm like, huh? I'm like, chill. So like, yo, you know what I'm saying? But that's what I grew up on. So it's like, I would say like tough love, but also like I know it comes from a great heart, and that's where like, you know, I developed. So like, I know I might talk to people, I talk a certain way, but it's like, it's genuine though, you know? Like I want the best for people, but like I don't. Yeah, that's what it is. I'm not really trying to sugarcoat much.
Yeah, it's good, but it's hard to find genuine people.
It is. Bro.
Let's talk about it. It's really hard to find like genuine people
Yeah.
who really have interest and who really support you. You know, you got the podcast. You know who follow you and who share and like your stuff.
You know what I'm saying?
You
Bro.
know. And the thing is, I'm not going to press you out about it, but I just keep it mental. Like I know who's really supporting me and who's not, and it's cool either way. I'ma still show love, but it's like, you know, Derrick knows.
Sad, bro.
You know.
I'm like, yo, the ratio of like, say your personal page, right, and then your podcast. I know y'all reposting your podcast on your personal, right?
Yeah, they see it.
So it's like they see it. All you gotta do is follow. Like
it's not hard.
It don't. Yo, I'm not asking you to donate no money. Like I ain't saying pay. Support is free. Support is free. Like yo, just click the follow. I'll follow back. Like what's the issue?
Hey.
It's like support really go. But like you said, you know it,
and it's cool. Like I have my life coaching and the podcast page. I have people that follow both that do not follow, but will watch the story.
People be hating, bro.
It's real. It's like, hey, it's cool.
Nah, people be hating, bro.
And and the thing is, I feel like when you real genuine, it's like I don't know why. Like I support everybody. I genuinely do it. It's not like I will support you.
Yeah,
you don't gotta ask me.
I'm
to
be
do
honest,
it.
you're gonna get more people like that when they say you got motion and they don't. That's not a story.
You gotta, and it's sad though. Right? I gotta have motion for you to see the dream. Like, just come on board. But it's cool when I really make it. I remember.
Yeah, they gonna be more mad at that. They were like, "Dang, how come you ain't put me on? Nah, dog. See, I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Nah, how come you ain't shout me out? You ain't asked me to be on. I'm like, yo, if you want to be on, like, you really gotta come with a topic. Be intentional.
Mm-hmm.
Crickets.
Right.
I'm like, all right, well, if you want, show me something. Like, you just can't. I'm not
like
doing the work.
You could really come on. Like, I'm like, if you want to come on, I'm not gonna say no, but like, what do you want to talk about? Are you doing? You gonna make this drive?
Yeah, exactly.
You cool with that? You know what I'm saying? But
you really gotta do that, bro. People be like, yeah, I'll pull up. They be like, oh, it's 35 minutes out. You don't really want it.
Yeah, you
don't really want it. Like you just want to say it, just to say it. And that stuff be annoying me. But
yeah,
damn.
I think that being genuine is just something that I just continue to do because I know the blessing is gonna come out on the other end. So I just continue to support. Even Derrick, let the people know where they can find you at.
Shoot, Take 5 Podcast on Instagram, Twitter. Yeah, TikTok too. Just getting that up and going. Yeah, matter of fact, right there. Then you can follow my personal page. See, that's what I be doing. They see the personal, they try to follow. Nah, go to the podcast page first.
Then you find me.
At Take 5 Podcast. Then you'll find the personal page. It's not hard, bro.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Right, when y'all follow him, make sure y'all like his post. You know what I'm saying? It's free.
Love.
It's not gonna kill you. I promise.
Man,
and they can't. And nobody can see if you liked it or not. If you really feeling, if you really want to be like,
I'll turn the comments off. You need me. I don't know.
If you really want to fake support, like nobody gonna see it.
Though.
Just it's cool. But nah, man. Before we end this episode, man, any final takeaways to the viewers or?
Nah, just again, thank y'all for having me. Again, I like the brand which I stand for, the life jacket. And I think like I seen y'all, and I just know this gonna go far. And again, definitely want to get the energy, and
Absolutely.
when y'all can, I'm gonna host everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Set that up, and we can get going. I'll come up with some topics for us, and hopefully we can collab a little bit.
And I'll bring the life jacket. Promise. I got you.
I believe when I see it.
Yeah, I gotta really read the life jacket. But nah, man. No big takeaways for me. Just to go off his point, man. Just being genuine, even if you're around people who aren't genuine to you, still show love. The blessing you want is going to come on the other end. It's really hard, and I get it when you show love and people don't show you back. But you got to be that shining light that says, I'm going to keep doing it anyway, regardless of the situation. And regardless of the outcome, I'm going to still show you love. So, just remember just to continue to stay genuine and just practice it, every day. If you see your man's gotta, he's trying to start his own thing, just follow it. Like his stuff. That's
free.
Literally, it's free.
It's
And
free.
and that's literally how your social media pages gain traction. It's all about like activity. So just like, comment, repost, show love. So that's it for me. Bless.
Probably just going back to that. I'm still mind-boggled about that math class.
Look it up, man.
I'm only because like
discreet math.
Discreet math.
Man, discreet math.
The name itself.
Hey, and like I had the same scenario with financial accounting. So that's I'm like, oh man. But yeah, like you going over again and over again and taking it over again. Like I really do. It's admirable to the sense of like, hey, you just got to keep going. And so like my takeaway for the viewers is just keep going. Like at the end of the day, if you give up, then you failed. And
Mhm.
so clearly Derrick, he didn't give up. So he's successful. He graduated and he finished the class. Now you only got to study that no more.
Yeah, and
So
also one thing, don't be afraid. Like I know a lot of people, like you said, you mentioned, afraid to take that leap to another city, cross country, halfway, but like just get a good support system and just believe in yourself, double down on yourself, and I promise you, you're gonna come out better than you came in.
absolutely.
Absolutely. All right. Well, appreciate you guys. Make sure you guys remember to follow, like, subscribe, and until next time, peace.
Dope.
All right, my G.
Word.
That was good,
Tough.
man. Appreciate
Do
you.
it. Nah, that's on fire,
Appreciate
son.